Hey guys, what is up? Plastic Guy here, coming back with another video, and today we're taking a look at this Hasbro and Toybiz Super Poseable Spider-Man figure from the original Spider-Man trilogy. I recently made a video on the channel about a few weeks ago now where I took a look at the majority of my Spider-Man Raimi trilogy collection, mostly Toybiz figures from the Spider-Man 1 movie and Spider-Man 2, but that video just kind of blew up. At the moment it's got over 200 views, which is just amazing, a bit gobsmacking, didn't expect it. But it's so good to see, especially all the support and things coming from that video. So I thought if folk want to see Raimi figure videos, then I'll give them Raimi figure videos, mostly as an extra upload on the week. I'm trying to upload every Tuesday and every Friday, so why not shove a video like this on a Thursday? I mean, it's pretty much a throwback Thursday, is it not? So if you haven't seen that Toy Biz collection video, just make sure at the end of this one, hop on over to the channel page and check it out. While you're doing that, guys, just please hit that like button, please hit subscribe for future videos. As I said, the support so far has just been so great on the channel, and I just can't wait to keep on making these videos for you guys. So in that video, we took a look at this Toybiz Super Poseable Spider-Man from the Spider-Man 2 film, and since then I picked up this guy right here. So I didn't have him at the time when I originally shot that video. I have actually picked up another couple since that video, so stay tuned to the channel for those. But yeah, today we're taking a look at these. So this is the Super Poseable Spider-Man from Spider-Man 2, and as I mentioned in that video, I probably will go over quite a lot of things I've already said regarding this figure, but this is considered a grail for a lot of collectors. He's hard to get, he's super poseable as it says in the name, the sculpt's fairly decent, and I mean especially in this figure the paint is like spot on, so a lot of collectors really like him. A lot of Raimi fans try and get this figure for their collection, and because of that, he is quite hard to get a hold of. He's quite expensive on eBay, and I did relay the story on how I got this guy for cheap in that video, and I'll just quickly go over it again. So basically, I was scrolling through eBay, as I do quite a lot of the times. I do try and look up the old Raimi figures, see if I can get any for a good price. I wanted to get just another Raimi figure really, and this is my favourite Raimi figure right here, and this figure was listed on eBay for £8 plus a couple pound shipping. So I thought £10 I could get another Raimi figure, I'll just go for it. However, the listing was like really weird. It had a lot of inaccurate details in the description, and I thought I'll just go for it. £10, I'll, whatever shows up. It's a risk, but it's a fun wee game, okay? And yeah, this figure showed up, and I couldn't believe it. I freaked out. I was like, no way! I've just got the Super Poseable Spider-Man 2 figure for £10, and yeah, I'm still buzzing about it. I am still like low-key freaking out about that, and I still see these guys popping up on eBay for, I mean, there's one up right now for £50 British. I've seen others for 75. I've even seen some for 160. I don't know if how regularly they sell for these big prices, but I do know folk are interested, they're watching them, and they are paying at least £50 for them. So I'm so happy to get this guy for a tenner, which brings me to this guy right here. This figure was released in 2007 by Hasbro. So this is Toybiz, this is Hasbro, and don't go mental at me. If you do know, let me know in the comments. But I believe the Hasbro is just sort of a continuation from Toybiz, more of like a rebrand. And yeah, as I kind of alluded to, I don't know the ins and outs, but it's the only way I can also imagine that Hasbro managed to get the rights to the sculpts for these figures, because yeah, this was released in 2007 as part of a Spider-Man movie trilogy line from Hasbro, and I'll just say it was kind of like a greatest hits line. I mean, they re-released a lot of these Toybiz figures, just different paints but same sculpts, and they were kind of the best figures. The other one that springs to mind was the wrestler Spidey figure from the first movie. They re-released that. They re-released a bunch from these first and second films, including this Super Poseable one, which came with a gargoyle stand and just a bit of a repaint. So this would also be considered a grail. I see a lot of folk reference this as one of their favourite figures on Instagram, things like that. A lot of people want this figure as well, and I'll say I think I prefer this one to the Toybiz one just because of the colours. I mean, as I've just said, it is the exact same sculpt. These guys are pretty much the exact same. I'll run over articulation in a minute. But yeah, this one is just, I mean, as you can see, a lot brighter red and blue in the legs and obviously the other areas. And I just prefer that brighter red and blue to the darker shade here. The only downfall of this figure, especially compared to the other one, is the silver webbing. In a lot of the pictures I've seen for this figure, the silver webbing doesn't hold up that great at all. And in this figure especially, you can see that it is fading, but it isn't too bad, and I think because of that red and blue, I do just prefer it to this one here. As you can see in this one, the silver webbing is clean, it pops, it's fantastic. Getting him to stand is a bit difficult because he's loose wee foot joint, but you can see in the face here it's lacking some of the silver paint, and all through the body. It's just kind of faded over time, I reckon, especially with the joints and things, but I do really like it. Now you're probably asking, how did I pick this one up? I picked this one for a tenner on eBay. How did I get this guy? Got him on eBay for £5. So how did I get him for £5? Well, I don't know. I mean, I do know, but at the same time, I'm surprised no one else went the same route as me. So this figure, the picture for him on eBay, he was messed up. I mean, I don't want to get him back into the same condition it was. I did try just before the video started to kind of get him back into the position he was in when he came. But these bits here, you can see he's got like a weird joint. This bit was like twisted round, so the blue was facing out, and kind of the rest of the arms are all like all over the place. I mean, as far as I remember, the legs looked fine, but it looked a bit of a mess in the original picture for the figure. And the biggest thing was he was missing this hand. So he didn't come with this hand. He was missing a hand. He should have a hand, as you can see, like this. Same two hands from this figure. But when I saw the listing on eBay, I saw him up for like $4.99 or whatever. I thought, well, I'll just try and get him for a cheap price, and I'll glue a Spider-Man hand where he's missing one, no big deal. Which is why I think it's a bit bizarre no one else thought of that. But ordered him, got him generally for a £5. He came, and I was looking through my spare Spider-Man hands. I mean, I have a lot of Spider-Man Marvel Legends, Spider-Man Diamond Select as well. Thought I could maybe just glue one of them on. I thought, nah, for this figure it has to be a Raimi hand. And I have a Raimi figure out on display. Here he is here. He might be a wee bit dusty, but as you can see, the hand has been taken off. He was missing a bit in the foot, and he's not the best articulated. I mean, this hand here is all just straight. I do like him. I like the head sculpt a lot, which is why he's on display, because I like him. I think he looks great. And because he's got a bit missing in the foot and here, I can just hide that with other figures. I've got other wee figures that were shown in that previous video with the collection that are missing wee bits in the feet and things like that. And because they weren't on display, I thought I'd grab the hand off one of them, but it has quite a specific joint. You can see in the arm, it's got the wee bit sticking out, and then it slots into the hand, whereas sometimes it's the hand that has the wee bit sticking out and it slots into the arm, if that makes any sense at all. But yeah, it had to be a specific joint, and That one that's out on display that's already missing a bit on his foot had the same joint. So I just took the hand off him and glued it on this guy. And as you can see, I mean, you wouldn't really notice straight away. And it's got that finger articulation. You can still get him in that webbing pose. So I'm really happy with it for a $5. I mean, as I said, I really like the look of this figure. The colours are awesome. I don't have any other Raimi figures where you've got this bright popping blue. And of course, he has a Super Poseable Spider-Man, so I'm really happy with him for that price point of £5. So I'm going to run over the articulation of one of these figures. As I said, they're both the exact same sculpt. So it's just going to be the same articulation on both of them, apart from this hand here. So I mean, I might as well go for the original, right? As they are meant to be superposable, you would expect the articulation to be quite crazy. Let's take a look. So the head, now this is something I don't like about these superposable figures. The neck bit moves as well as the head, and sometimes the head will move without the neck moving, and it makes it all weird when you're trying to like use the articulation. But I mean, he looks so far up, it's so great right there, and you can get him looking right down as well. You can get the head turning left and right. As I said, you can get that head to move without moving the neck, and then the neck moves as well, but you can kind of see what I mean there, how it moves. So that's it straight in with the head. So when I first got this figure, the back bit here was actually on the sides, and it was so hard trying to get it back into the proper position and things, but it can be done. And it was the same with this when he arrived as well. So that's what I mean about they can be a bit annoying trying to pose the head and neck area. But yeah, you can rotate left and right, and you could probably rotate it all the way around with that neck bit there. Straighten it back up. Now the arms move right up like that. I mean, right up. You can sort of see what's going on there. It's like a bit of a butterfly joint as well as the elbow, the shoulder kind of area. And yeah, moves all the way up. And then it moves that far in, which is something, it does annoy me a wee bit that the arms can't move a bit further in than that, but looks fine. The double jointed elbows means you can get his hand right far back. You can rotate it at this bit here just below the elbow, and you can move that hand backwards and forwards, and every single finger has articulation, just not the thumb. The thumb stays still and all these fingers can move. It's just the same in this arm here, of course. And then when you get to the body, you can rotate it at the upper ab area or just below the chest, and then you've got an ab crunch as well, so it moves forward that much. You can get them moving right back about that much, so you can dodge those goblin bombs. Can rotate at the waist as well, just like so, and then you can get the legs kicking that far forward, that far back, and then you can rotate at the upper back thigh as well. I only said bicep, but the upper thigh's got double jointed knees, so you can get the feet moving that far back. You can rotate it at the calf area, and then you can also move the feet backwards and forwards. No ankle pivot, but you do have toe articulation. So there we have it, guys. There is two superposable Spider-Man figures, one from Toybiz and one that was released a few years later from Hasbro. Same sculpt, just different paint work, and I think I do prefer the Hasbro version with that bright red, and I really like that colour of the blue. Both are great, and I mean, it's just up to you what one you prefer. There's a few superposable Spider-Man figures kicking about. I do have a lot of people ask me how you get them, and right now, guys, the only way you can really get them is eBay or these like second-hand sites. You're not going to pick these guys up on Amazon. I mean, maybe you can. They might be up there for like a lot of money. I mean, I'm talking probably around £200 or more. But yeah, your best bet's just keeping your eye out on eBay and waiting for that right Super Poseable Spidey to come along. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in every week. Please just smash that like button and hit that subscribe button for future figure reviews. I'll try and post a few more Raimi videos for you guys, as well as the weekly Tuesday and Friday uploads. I'll leave the link to my Instagram down in the description below if you want to just go and check that out. I post on there every day, just pictures from my collection, and there's a couple pictures of these guys up at the moment, so if you want to check that out, that'd be awesome. But yeah, thank you guys once again so much for watching. I'll catch you on the flip flop later. Cheers.